ค You're strange. Anyway, out of character, do you want to talk in character or just say hi? I don't know. Okay. Well, welcome. I haven't seen you around, but I do see everybody. So, yeah, I assume you're new, but of course, if you aren't... Oh, sorry, I was talking in character. I didn't understand which one you said yes to. It's fine, don't worry. I'm not a sinister person who is also a spider, don't worry. If you want to do text RP, I can do that as well, don't worry. meant to name this group the Seraph's Wake Tour, but I'm sticking with this. Anyway, let me just lock in character. Well, welcome. We'll start here, of course, but if you have any questions, do ask, don't wait. So this is the tavern, I'm sure you know it is. We have the bulletin board there, things are posted on there sometimes, adverts, requests, just things, largely from the council, of course. I am on the council. Rather nice. So we have down there just some rooms that you can rent out. We won't go through them, that's an awful pain. But yes, if you wanted to, for some reason, not live here, but you still wanted to visit, you could rent a room. That's not very much money, but I think they're rather nice. We have the bar there, and we will go left first. First of all, we have this ship. This ship has been here an awful long time. Before I was here, actually, but how it got here was it was sailed in, and then the sea level rose, so it isn't leaving anytime soon. If we continue this way, we have the bank. The bank isn't used for that much at the moment. Right, there are taxes here, however, there's many ways that you wouldn't pay them, and they aren't very much money at all. Don't tell anyone if you can't pay your taxes. I might be able to pay them for you a time or two, but it's just a bank or two. We use this for money conversion sometimes as well during events, or we do run events, festivals, etc. People get to trade money in instead of going all the way back to Primshire, which is an awful pain. But that's the bank. Then we have we would have the casino, but it's being remodeled at the moment, so it's very, very empty. Now, so when you join the wake, you start off as just a crewmate, and you get a small room. Not that small; there are far smaller, but that one's occupied, even though it says vacant. This is normally the size of room you'd get initially. There are larger ones for later, but this is when we're just making sure you actually do want to live here, etc. I trust you as a person, I can see it in your eyes, but of course not. And the rooms are still nice. If you want to modify them at all, you may. Getting windows, you can change the floor. If you are going to put a window in, do ask the head architect, or any architect, just in case. I don't want you blowing a hole in the wall, of course. But yes, those are basic rooms, and they extend all the way down there. And we'll continue this way. We'll go outside first. Okay, so here we are outside. This is are you typing? If you are, I'll just... Oh, you want some food? Yeah, sure. I'll show you where you can get food later. Well, here we are. So we have the outside. This is nothing major. That's someone's ship who lives there. And they bought it over recently, but there's nothing major out here. We sometimes run events on the beach, but again, nothing huge. Over here is just a way to get up to the top. Now, if you use that's a way to get in. However, I will show you the farm instead, so you can see how you can get up there while also getting yourself some food. We don't want you starving, of course, so... Well, you can use this farm whenever, though it is rather big. So, well, as long as you don't eat all of it, I'm sure people won't mind. Now, if we go up here, out of character, right, how it works is, bubble elevators technically don't exist in character. However, you can have them for out of character stuff, so pretend we go up this place. Can't be bothered. So all of the levels correspond to different crops, potatoes, etc. But up here we also have sugarcane, cactus, animals, cocoa beans, the like, everything. And this is free to use. Just come down here and use it when you will. And of course you can sell the crops in Primshire, so... there's that. So, this is one of the ways to get to the top by the farm. This is how you would get into the farm if you're at the top. And then we have, this is the William's house. William is the captain, of course. And, well, he lives there. Very fancy here. There's more farms up here. These are older ones, but they work just fine, of course. And they're rather nice, so if you need to use them, please do. So, we'll keep going this way. We have festivals occasionally, once every few months or so. And you can rent stalls, they're very cheap. And you can sell goods, I sell goods, potions, the like. And down there are information stalls as well, which are smaller ones where you can just put books, anything that interests you, and then you'll be able to just inform people of things, religions, places. I don't know what else you'd use them for, but I don't. We missed a turning. Let's keep it different. So this is the guard house. You shouldn't be going in here unless you are a guard, of course. There's processes to become one. But if you do end up in here and you aren't a guard, I am awfully sorry. There is a prison cell in there. So that's all I will say on that matter. Now we have the council room. This is where we just do awfully boring politics. And you can have a look inside if you want, but it's just a room. Yeah. Okay, there we go now. Yes, so this is a map of the wake. Slightly outdated. We do need to get on that. The rules here are outdated. We are working on some new ones, but I will tell you a few things. Don't start fights or kill people. Don't break into anyone's house. And normal things like don't steal. What you would expect. Be a good person. This is just the council. I'll go with the chair. And this is where we will sit. There's some reforms happening to the council that I will not explain. They're rather complicated. Now we will go this way. So around here, when you reach a certain point in the wake, or you join the council, usually at the same time, you are able to have a house built up here. That is where Alaria lives, our old captain, but she gets to maintain her house, of course. Here, we have my house. I live here with my children. And if you do need ever urgent medical help and I am not downstairs, come to that house and bang on the door rather loudly. We missed Alora's house. This is Alora. She's the representation of the people. So if you lived here and you had any complaints, you would take the book out, write in it, put it back. Or complaints, questions, queries, anything, just write in there and we will discuss it at our leisure. Not at our leisure, sorry, at our earliest convenience. Right. We've gone in somewhat of a circle. We have one more house. This is Sutton and Liani's house, who are the head architect and someone who runs the tavern as well as head recruiter. It's their house again. Don't go break into people's houses, it's awfully rude. And this is the architecture office, what I mentioned earlier with the architect. If you need to contact them, here is always fine. And if you just need to talk to them, they will probably be in here. So if we go downstairs now, I will ask now if you have any questions. I'll stop walking so you can email if you need to. I mean in character, but in RP, but I'm just waiting because obviously if you're typing then you can't type while running. If you have any questions. But yeah, if you don't have questions, just don't. Oh, taxes, it's just a small amount of money collected, so we may pay for things like events, safety. It's very little money, and I believe till you're at a certain point in the week, you don't even need to pay them. But again, very little money, it's fine. Don't worry yourself about them. Oh, events. Technically, I shouldn't tell you this. I will be doing them, and as for the other festivals, we do those once every few months. Out of character, how the TTRP time system works is, I don't know if you've been told this, every month in real life is 3 months in character, and we do festivals every month, so technically it's every 3 months, but yeah. So yes, we'll be having festivals at some point soon, and we run other things, tavern opens, everything, and if you ever have ideas for events you would like to do, ask. I'm a fan. Well, any more questions? I am not a magician myself. It is not something that interests me. The arcane is beyond me. It's my heart. There are people who can teach you. If you want, I could find you one, but I would recommend you look for them yourself. Apparently it is an experience. Again, I'm not one for magic. Well, questions? If you have any more huge questions, we could save them for the end of the tour, for there is a bit more to do. Right, excellent. Well, we're done up here, other than this tree. This tree is to respect the first respected captain, Azrael. He died. I was not here long before my time, but here it is. And I think it's rather nice. But anyway, well, this is how you can get down. This is one of the ways. It's just through the tavern, and I can finish explaining it. So we have some more rooms up here, but nothing fancy. And then more space for seating. Rather nice. Am I lagging or are you? I think it's one of us, but it's fixed. Anyway, well, here we are. We're back to the tavern, and we'll do the other side of the cove next. So, we'll go downstairs. So this is the housing that's almost in between. We have the smallest housing for the newer members. We have the topside housing for those on the camp school, those who have been here a long time. But first of all, we do have a prison. Again, it's locked, and you shouldn't be going in here. And if you do, then again, good luck. But yes, so down here we have trader housing. So this is for people who have been here a while, but not too long. The houses here are much nicer, much larger. That one we need to fix up because someone's left it in a bit of a mess. But this is the sort of housing it is. Again, similar to the other one, you can take out the floor, the walls, put what you want here. I think they're rather nice. I stayed in one of these for an awfully long time. But that should be it for down here. There isn't much down here. But yes, I should say all of the houses are free. Also, if you don't want a house building on the top, you can have one of these houses, which are much larger, much nicer, really. But I don't see why. I think these are nice, but again, it is your choice. And we can't go out that way. Right, and we will go back upstairs. Right, out of character, similar to the bubble elevators we had on the farm, there's some here, so you don't have to do the annoying stairs every time, and you can just go faster, and you get out right next to the entrance. Okay, so, now we have the bakery. This is my big captain and his... Oh, where did you go? There you are. Oh, these are locked. These are entrances to the tavern brewing rooms and such. You don't want to be going back there, it smells. Anyway, the bakery run by the captain and his partner. I don't know if married, I don't really mind. And it opens, similar to the tavern. You can go and buy stuff in there very cheaply. Fisherman's Hut is an old shop. I haven't seen it open in a long time. The storage house, if you were to join the faction, you'll be able to go in there, take what you need, and leave anything you want. I make donations there semi-regularly. No money is left in there, of course. Then we have that is an empty shop, for we like people to run their own shops. It adds to the wake. I rather like it, but again, if you don't want to run a shop, that is fine. This is a shop run by Gribble, but it hasn't opened in a while. I should talk to him, but this is the clinic. So, if you're ever dying, or get poisoned or stabbed or bones broken or dragged here in a bloody mess, you can come in here and I'll make sure you don't die on me. Again, similar to the prison, you shouldn't be spending time in here, but it's more likely. It's free of charge, of course, and, well, it's safe. Now we have the post office. Just everyone gets its box and you can put things in here if you need to talk to people. Rather simple. Nothing too extravagant, but of course if you live here you'd get one. Another shop owned by Thea. She sells trinkets and a couple of weapons actually. Rather expensive ones, but still. This is the library. It's rather expensive. Consider the library cleansed. I need to explain this from an out-of-character perspective. This is an old bit from like 6 months ago. The past 3 librarians have either been kicked out and then the last one exploded. So... anyway. But yes, if you need information, just come in here. It's awfully nice. Plenty of reading space upstairs as well. Books on magic, I knew you were curious on it. Don't go downstairs, again the library storage. This is the head librarian's office. We don't have one, but yes, you can read up here, work up here. They do both. And they fixed the door, thankfully, as well. And, well, the final thing, I think, is... oh, no, it was more than one. We have here the bridge. Now, there is no combat allowed in the wake, again, for people's safety. However, if you need to do it, especially for training purposes, do it on this bridge. For everyone's safety, and not too far from the clinic, so you won't die in the water, probably. Oh, this is another example of one of those rooms, but it has a balcony. So, yeah, if you want a room with a balcony, there you go. I just thought that to check on the library. You might be lagging a bit. If you can't hear me, just type in chat. Anyway. Okay, so we'll pop down here. This is the final part. This is our newer area. It's the forge. We need to put an actual good bridge in here instead of the cobblestone. But yes, if you need anything... oh. Oh, you're lagging slightly. Yeah, you're lagging rather a lot. Is there anything you can do about that? I'm just saying, so it's not annoying for you. Fair enough. Well, there's not much tour to do, so don't worry. Yep, so here we are with the forge. It's rather nice, I think. Don't do forgeries, but... well, they do classes in here. Well, they haven't done any yet, but they're going to be. I've realised you're down there. I didn't see if you put anything in chat. I wasn't close enough. Oh. Okay. Yeah, it is pretty... oh, and now you go in to see. What was that? But yes, there's classes that are sometimes held here, or if you just want to do the blacksmithing. And then here is the larger part of the forge. I think it's warm thing, but smell. And it's safe, thankfully, unless you're stupid. But yes, that concludes the tour, I believe. Let's just head back to the tavern and then we can talk about a thing or two.